here's how we made $50,000 in 28 days. I'll show you guys exactly the things I flipped, and we can look at the numbers. We're gonna go through my best month that I've ever had. Then I wanna take you guys in on a number of flips that we've got going on right now. Stick around to the end of this video because I want to show you how you could get started doing this. Even if you have no money, all you need is internet access and a lot of drive, and you can do this too. So when I started the business, I started with essentially no money, and we worked up to this point where I had some money to play with. I was flipping trailers, zero-turn mowers, even some ATVs. I really tracked everything. I'm a numbers guy. I used to be a math teacher before this, so I would just give stuff a little bit of a nickname, right? So if we look through here, 22-foot white, that means trailer. So I did a 22-foot white enclosed trailer. You can see I wrote in that investment line $1,400 in return. That's what I sold it for, $3,500. I kept track of my costs in there. So that one flip right there, I did $1,320. And you see, I did a dump trailer under that. John Deere, that's a mower that I flipped. Hustler is a mower brand. Snapper is a mower brand. So most of what's in here are mowers. I kind of built this business and was doing everything myself, but I drew some other people in here. You notice I've got a line in here that says my percent. I'm put a 1 in there as if saying I get 100% of that pie. As I taught other people, sometimes I was only getting 50% of the pie because maybe they helped find the deal or just different things. I had different deal structures that I was doing. Let's go through right here to investment net profit. And I see a lot of people talking about flipping, right? Let's just take one line, for example. Let's take this one. I bought an Exmark 60-inch commercial mower. It looks like I bought it for $3,500. I sold it for $4,700. I hear so much of the time, oh, I made $1,200. Well, if you notice in there, I put $400 worth of cost. So no, I'm putting every bit of detailed costs in there, the gas and the wear and tear to pick things up or whatever I had to do to fix it. So this is a true profit at the end of the day on each of these, right? So I made $800 on that. If I go all the way through here, look at the average of most of these flips here. Like if I start right here at the 60-inch Z-Master, $1,200 on that. That's a mower. $800, $800, $830, $2,085. And all the way down to the end, there's even some really big ones like $1,700 again, $1,100, you know, by the end of that month. And things that I just found myself, $36,808 in 1 month. I had some people that were working with me, no doubt. And if you want to scale to a level like that, you have to have other people working with you. Like, as I tried to really build this into a business, I hired a kid that was kind of like a handyman, just helping me maybe clean the stuff up or just doing some of these tasks I didn't have to do, right? I'm trying to think of what adds the most value when you're flipping is searching, finding the stuff, right? So I was trying to think of what could I have someone else do besides the searching part, because that was the part that really added the most value for me. I told you guys at the start of this video, I made over $50,000. That says $36,800. Well, I had a few different people that I was really working with in this, right? So down here on the left-hand side, I had some different people I was working with. You can see I put split profit. I had some different deal structures going on as I was trying to figure out how to grow my business, but other people that were bringing deals to the table, I gave them some money and I got to keep some of the money. You see right here, this guy helped me make an additional $6,300. This person, $776, $2,200, $4,400, $322. These were people that were paying me for helping them with their deals. They were making as much money, if not more than this. And by the time I had mine on there and theirs, $50,988. For me and the types of things that I do, equipment, spring is kind of that time where everything gets kicking, right? It takes the art of being able to find these deals, but some of this stuff was built on some relationships. This was before I was an equipment dealer like I am now. So I built some relationships with some other equipment dealers that did not want to sell used equipment. And some of these were bulk portion buying from one different source. Much of this was bought on Facebook Marketplace. So in total for that month, I bought and sold 48 items. I had bought some of these before that month, but they had all sold in that month. Because of the fact I had been doing this, I might have bought 20, 30, 40, 50% of these the prior month, but this is the month that they actually sold. And I'll say times are really different right now. Now I'm running a full-fledged equipment dealership. This was the Wild West when I was doing this from a barn behind my house. The expectation level when you are selling from a personal property to when you're at a full-fledged dealership from the person who's buying is completely different. Now I'm going through each of our pieces. If there's a little wobble to the spindle, we're fixing it. We're selling all our stuff with a 30-day warranty. So just naturally, my profit points are gonna come down a hair. But what's different now is I've learned the market so much better. And you know, most of these flips, $500, $600, $700, $800 on these mowers, now I'm dealing a little bit higher end stuff. So probably less flips coming through the door, but the profit points can be higher because I know that much more. I can be a little bit more selective to buy certain things that have a higher profit margin. So that's what was, but what's currently going on here at Howe Equipment, I want to show you some of the flips going down right now. My cousin Dan, he's the guy that's kind of my right-hand man here in the business. He finds deals, I find deals, so do some other folks within the business. He found a Polaris Ranger. Then I had someone message me about a zero-turn mower. Someone I had actually bought a couple mowers from last year, and they reached out and wanted to see if I wanted to buy a mower. So a nice cheap price point mower for 900 bucks. We start to collect this trip. We're gonna go out there with a 40-foot gooseneck trailer, and we'll come back with like 5, 6 different things. So that's exactly what we're setting up. And then of course, Dan today, with all that going on, finds yet another deal, and he gets on the phone. We're down to get another flip. So right now we're at 3. We're gonna see where this trip takes us, whether we finish with 5 or 6 different things on the trailer on the way back. When I started this, I was picking most of this stuff up, but now with the structure of how big, the scalability, we've got people that are going that work for us. I go ahead and pick this stuff up. So we're setting Brian up to go on this drive tomorrow, and he's familiar with driving a big gooseneck trailer and all that. He's got the truck and everything to help us get that. So he's the one that's gonna go ahead and pick up all this stuff for us. We're gonna see if he can capture some of that footage while he's on the road.
We were heading to Lancaster, but then I talked to Mike. We're going to meet him at Cabela's in Wheeling to pick up that four-wheeler.
I agreed on a price of $4,600 with him.
Okay.
Give him $2,000, and then I'm going to Venmo or PayPal him the remaining.
Okay.
This is where we get everything up to snuff so it's ready to sell. This happens to be one that we got maybe this past week. This is the beauty of growing the business and having mechanics that can do and work on about anything. Because, you know, I started doing this and I was not the guy working on the motors. That wasn't my experience point. But now you see he's got the head ripped off of a mower, and I didn't, when I started this, even know what a head on an engine was. Because of the issues that this had, we will be able to capture an even bigger profit on a mower like this. This exact mower we actually bought for $1,000. This is a high-end commercial mower. This brand new is like a $7,000 to $9,000 mower. This used probably sells in the $3,000 to $3,500 range, so we stand to make a really good profit. I love when I can spend around $1,000 and double, triple my money, so this is a perfect flip that I like to be a part of. Flips like this happen time and time again, but a few weeks ago, something terrible happened. You know you're off to the wrong start on a flip when on the ride home, this seat flew off and disappeared. So when we got this, it was without a seat. We actually had to buy this used seat for it. Well then, after we got it in, going through the routine service, that's all that we thought we'd need on this one, the oil drain plug was stripped out. We had to pull the entire engine out of this, drill out the drain plug, put a new drain plug in, put this all back together, and now we're trying to start it and it's not running right. So hopefully we can make money on something like this. We bought this for $3,900. This is one that we'll have closer to $5,000 into, and we hope to make $500 to $1,000 after all of that work. To get started, number one, you need a smartphone. Once you get a smartphone, download Facebook. Get on Facebook Marketplace, get on Facebook Messenger. Number two, you've got to learn what these products are worth. You got to study the market. Then go buy some stuff. try it. After you've bought it, clean it up, make sure it looks great, and sell it. Keep doing that. Do it to the point where you've built up enough money that you can buy something even more expensive. And let's say you got no money. Well, when I started doing this, I literally started with $50. I wasn't even dealing in equipment. I actually started flipping couches. I was doing that 5-6 years ago. Then I started flipping washers and dryers. I even did it with some TVs. These are items that you can buy between $50 and $150. It doesn't take as much capital to get going. $50 is where it started. 5 years later, this is where I'm at right now. All these kinds of flips going on, and I plan to go way bigger than where it's at even at this point in time. Once you've mastered the steps of market research, buying and selling, then learn to automate your business. Now I have a mechanic, I have a driver, I have people that help me with sales. Start to think of things that you don't have to be doing for your business to grow. I've thought about making really detailed video tutorials to help people to learn to do what I've done, videos that show every different step along the way. You guys tell me below in the comments, is that something that you would be interested? Until then, like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.